Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the past a week or so, I have shared this to YouTube, which is very important, and it actually generates a lot of questions asking to me by our Wing Chun friends and Kung Fu friends. So this is a very extremely uh, critical informations here in this to YouTube. You need to watch this before you watch this YouTube, okay? Uh, this YouTube will be a continuation of this two based on this two, but today I'm going to give you a lecture so that you can see the entire systems of Wing Chun and also Chinese Kung Fu, and not get into those internal is better than external, all this stuff. Those are just marketing. Chinese Kung Fu is not that. So today I'm going to share with you what I get into for past 50 years. Okay. Now, if you really want to learn Kung Fu, you must know whatever I share today. Have the knowledge and have the experience of it. Now, no, I'm not talking about grandmaster, this and that, all those title. I'm talking about like, if you go learn to drive a car, you need to learn so many things so that you can go to highway, right? So what I'm going to share with you today is exactly like that you need to know this basic education so you can drive the highway. Now, the differences between what I share with you here and whatever you can see in the world is that whatever I share with you is whatever I have studied, I have learned it, I have experienced it, I can verify it with science. So like we learn how to drive a car. We can go up to the highway and can show you with the GPS where this car have traveled and all the route of the route of the driving and so forth. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? To promote me as a grandmaster? To be serious with you. I am sharing this so that you all be able to do it. You all be able to learn what I have learned, go through what I have, and get even better. If you don't go through the path I share with you with this video, you know it is hopeless. For past 100 years of Chinese Kung Fu, majority, mass, is a really disappointed delusion. That's why Chinese Kung Fu is this bad today. Now, so all of this, what I'm sharing with you, you have to think twice what it is. And today I'm going to focus on the two topic you guys all love, which is called the chi part, and then the Fajin. So after you watch this video, you will know what exactly they are, what exists, and there's nothing mysterious in it. Again, if I don't go through that, if I don't develop that, I cannot tell you whatever it is in details. However, going through that, it's like I learned how to drive. I can go drive in the highway. I can drive different place. It doesn't mean that I am the best uh, racer or I am the grandmaster of driving. No, it is just a basic driving, okay? So the point is now we in America, we need to start this standard as in this video. Without this, you know, it is just hopeless playing words games and playing uh, thinking game. So today, it is as bad as like, for example, we using analogy of making pizza, like making pizza. You have people who have never made pizza at all, never taste pizza at all, making pizza. So they see the term pizza, they will say, oh, this is Italy pizza. This is this pizza, that pizza. And then cheese. Then they say, this is this cheese, that cheese. But they never taste a single bite of pizza. They have no idea that pizza need to be baked. They have never see a pizza, the baking pan. They never see a pizza oven. But they're keeping, talk about it like a pro, and then argue with, oh, this is concept, this is my philosophy, this is my way of making pizza. That's how hopeless it is. Okay? So today, I share this because I want you to be able to do it. You get to my level and go further. Okay? If you cannot get to my level, forget about the title, Grandmaster, this and that. It just simply said you have no idea what you're dealing with. So I'm not the Grandmaster, but I have gone through it. I have the basic education. If you never surpass me or can do what I do, that means you don't know what you're talking about. Disregard of what the title, what is the fame, what is whatever. Why? It's just like driving. You're going to go up to the highway if you never learn how to drive properly. We are not even talking about who is the best racer. Okay? So that's what it is. I know speaking this way will make like many say, Hendrik, you piss so many people off. Or, there's bad Hendrik. He's just pissing everybody off. But sorry, I'm going for educations because there is something called right and wrong. Okay? So I am shooting for moon. Why? If you want to looking for making money, there's a different path. You walk yours, I walk mine. But educations is like putting people in the car they drive up to the highway. You don't mess around with them. That's called responsibility. So let's start. Now, because of this two video and also this video the other day, I share Wing Chun doesn't work without knowing this $1 million secret of Wing Chun 1850. I got many questions, which right now I want to settle this before I get into the topic. For example, this friend say, are there any video of you showing the tree form? What you are saying make total sense. I train under a Shifu in Taiwan, and we actually use our hip in training, but not in the form. Well, this is an example of many of our Wing Chun friends wrote me a sample. So I want to reply this before we get into the topic today. The first thing one need to understand is that this is called Wing Chun 1850. We need to know what it is. The second thing is there is no such thing as we actually use our hip in training, but not in the form. So what are you training? Are you training Wing Chun? Or are you training something else? To solve this, please watch this to YouTube. This YouTube on the Wing Chun history. What is Wing Chun 1850? Okay, this YouTube. And also on this YouTube, where I share with the world what is going on in the reality. So if you really watch this to YouTube, the question like this will be solved. However, if you don't know about this basic, then you will not be able to solve this. It is really serious stuff here, okay? Such as we actually use our hips in training, but not in the form. Serious problem. So please watch this. And so that way you get the basic. Even you watch this YouTube, this particular one, go watch this too, okay? I suggest everybody go watch this because this is history of Wing Chun. This is the truth. If you're a Wing Chuner, you must know this. And this is the base of this particular YouTube beside this one. Now, let's start. Let me share with you one thing. So is this an internal art or is this a dance? Is it an internal art or is it a dance? Look around today. It's disregard that it's Tai Chi, is Wing Chun, is whatever, Shaolin. People mimic this kind of stuff. This is just a clip of a Chinese dance. So we need to know this is not what we want. When we want to study Kung Fu, Chinese Kung Fu, okay? This is called, again, called movie. So this is just playing hand techniques, which is choreography in the movie, where it is designed that way to looks good. This hand techniques. That's not Wing Chun. It never is. It never is real. These things is a post, making a pose. Also, it is not real. It violates the rule of fighting. This thing is even violate the rule of physics. Okay. So some guy, some smart guy is doing this like they're doing Xiu Lim Tao, Pak Zhao, okay? And then now doing one leg Xiu Lim Tao, and then be able to take the Mike Tyson. Oh, this is all disaster, okay? Now for Wing Chun, let's get straight to it. Things like this, if it is not questions, people go study it. They think it is real thing. Okay. However, when people question it, like me question it, why the hell you guys doing this kind of thing? And then they say, oh, this is just action movie. So it's using an excuse of, oh, this is just an action movie to cover up whatever they're distorting Wing Chun. Okay. So seriously, this is all deadly poison. Wing Chun is not like that. Tai Chi is not like that. Shaolin is not like that. Okay. Now let's get into the real thing. In training of martial arts, you need to know what type of training you are into. Training of martial art, like last time over here, I share with you. Over here, I share with you. We like it or not, a proper Chinese martial art, such as the Wing Chun 1850. Okay? Wing Chun 1850, not today's Wing Chun. You always have the Qi nourishing training, which is for recovery your body. Fitness training, which is for making fit your body. And then strengthening training, which is for fighting. You have these three types. And within these three types, you have many categories, different level. Anybody who train in Wing Chun for serious, they ought to be able to get into different states. The recovery state, the fitness or promote body circulation states, strengthening training, or which is the fighting states. The extreme exertions of strength momentum states. You need to be able to get in at will. Suddenly somebody want to fight you. You know you're going to switch into this states of physiology, mind and body. You get in here. Your body is going to boom, boom, boom with momentum. Over here is you're going to tune up your body. Over here, you're going to make yourself recovery. You need to develop all this, or else you are incomplete. Okay? Not to mention that if we don't know what it is. Now, example for this recovery, qi nourishing. It is like standing still there, let the body the breathing, naturally breathe. You just let go and let the body naturally loose up, mind and body breathe. So today we can scientifically check the breathing and so forth, and the heart rate variability. Okay, over here. You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to develop it. So when you stand in your like your Wing Chun, e.g. Kam Yang Ma, you better be able to do that. Or else what are you learn? You're just making posture like that, making pose like that. Single leg Xiu Lim Tao. No, you need to get into the state of be able to nurture a qi, meaning you can check your breathing, you can check your heart rate variability and your nervous system. You need to be able to do that. Now, this one, do it slowly. That is for this level of fitness. For fitness, handling your circulations and activating different part of your muscle and your body. And this is also fitness. For example, in the beginning of Xiu Lian Tao. This thing is actually one level above this. So this one, if it is the Z2 heart rate zone, then this thing is the Z3 type around here. Okay? Now, you need to be able to get to the state, okay? Not just talk. The entire body, you have to be able to get there, mind and body. Now, that is the fitness part. Now, when we get into the zone, this strengthening training, the beginning of strengthening training, then you need to have this type of training like sprinting.
Wow. Okay. Do a direct shot in. I can stand this far away. Doing an angle shoot in, which is I avoid.
So this is like sprinting, okay? And also exertions of strength. Look at how the body, how the clothing is shaking, okay? This is purposely doing it in a slow motion so that you can see it. So that is in the zone 4. Your heart rate goes spike out already because you need to sprint in and you need to exert your strength. Notice that this is the entire body. You see the body recoil up and then expand out. The entire body, right? Here, same thing.
Wow. Okay. Do a direct shot in.
Entire body push in like you spring out when you're running. Okay. Now, those are the training in this level. How about this? In the zone, high zone for strengthening training, where you have a full accelerated impulse momentum handling. Well, that you need to get it in the sparring. Okay, this is the general Qi Ji Guang's momentum combination, which is you're using in the sparring. Because all fighting, real fighting is momentum play of the momentum combinations. So you need to train like this. This is what you expect to train over here. So everybody have to go through this. Or else you have no training. You do not have your body conditions for a martial arts. If you're just doing something like this, or something like this, that is just fitness. Don't expect you to be able to fight this way. You can. And you need to have this intermediate strength at the beginning of the strengthening state, where you need to exert your body to exert strength, to sprint over here. Okay? You need to go through that. Of course, I go through all of this. That's why I can share with you everything in details. Be able to enter in every state. One of the reasons why I am keeping practicing Kyokushin even after I practice the Wing Chun. I start Kyokushin first, and then I learn Wing Chun, and then in the same time I still practice Kyokushin. Is because of this type of training. Without this training, you have no idea what is the real thing. And you have no idea how is General Qi Guang presents or uh, General Qi Guang's teaching. Because you have no this experience. It's like you never baked a pizza before. You don't even have seen the oven of the pizza. You don't even know what is half-baked pizza or full or too overcooked pizza, overbaked pizza. How the hell are you going to do anything? So you like it or not, the entire of the body, you have to have this training intensity. As what I say, I walk my talk, I go through it. It's like you ask me, have you go up the highway before? I say yes. I drove to from San Jose. I have drove to LA. I drove to Las Vegas. Am I the grandmaster of driving? No, but there's the basic. You need to know what is going on. This is what Wing Chun is. Okay. So any of those you must not miss. That is the primary education. So when you want to talk about qi energy, every of this training have a different type of qi and energy. Every one of this training does have a different qi, this different qi, different qi, different qi, different qi, different qi, different qi. Okay? So when you're serious doing a martial art training or Kung Fu or Wing Chun training, ask yourself, what type of training is it? What is the purpose? What type of training I'm doing here? Ask the teacher, what type of training I doing here? Is that for strengthening? Is that for fitness? Is that for nurture chi or recovery? I mean, if you don't know this, how can you go using it? How can you get into that state? How can you develop that type of skill? How can you condition your body for that? You can. So at every of this training, be it the recovery, the fitness, the beginning of the strengthening, and the really the exertions, the full force, real fighting training, or you go heavy back, full force, you need to ask what is the purpose of that training, that particular training. Have you handled that training or not? And with every one of the training, disregard it is for strengthening, for fitness, or for the for recovery. You need to know how to handle these four things. Ask the Sifu, how is this practice do to my blood flow circulations? Or sorry, blood flow distributions. Is it to my internal organs or is my skeletal muscle? Well, you know that in fighting, it's going to go to your skeletal muscle. In the recovery, it's going to go to your internal organs. Different. How about the breathing? Is that the natural breathing for the recovery, or it is a manipulative thing, and extremely manipulative for the strengthening training? And how is the oxygen and CO2 balancing at that particular breathing? For example, if you talk about recovery, the breathing is naturally balancing the oxygen and carbon dioxide. If you go for fighting, the strengthening training, that means it is manipulative. You have to have that breathing to support your performance, and you need to train such that you do not screw up your oxygen and carbon dioxide balancing, meaning you don't want to hold your breath too long that you get into the trouble, and meaning you don't want to over exhale. You get to another trouble of over breathing. You need to train that. And then your intra-abdominal pressure, you're using the recovery to let the breathing helping your diaphragm and pelvic floor muscle moving gradually, softly up and down to massage your internal organ, or you solidify the entire thing because you want to sprint out for the attack, for the core stability, for fighting. And then how long you're going to train that particular thing? For this, you're not going to train long. For this type of stuff, you're not going to train for more than 1 hour for this. Mostly we train 30 minutes, we need to stop. If you train the strengthening training, 30 minutes, you have to stop. Otherwise, you over exhaust, you fatigue. And that long term can screw up your body. There are many things. And for the nurture chi or recovery, you might need 1 hour because you need to have your body recover. After 30 minutes, you say, well, my HRV, my heart rate variability is still not rising. My heart rate is still not going. Then my body is really tired. I need to have another 30 minutes or an hour. You need to know the durations. So every one of those, every type of the training, you need to be really clear on this. If you don't even know what is going on with this, what are you training? Anybody talking about qi, energy, the Chinese, whatever, this is the basic. If you don't have this handling of the basic, forget about your qi. You're just selling excuse, selling things that you don't know. Say this is for six healing breath. The beginning of six healing breath, tuning the breath. Blood flow distribution mostly is internal organs. However, it do get out to the four limbs. So 60% is in the internal organs, 70%, 30% is in your four limbs. Breathing. This is natural breathing. It has to be natural breathing. Because you want to help the circulations. Intra-abdominal pressure is internal organ massage. Very gradual and soft way, and the amplitude is huge. But you're not breathing like over breathing or this very harsh, deep and very harsh breathing. You don't do that. Durations, not more than 45 minutes. More than 45 minutes, you also can actually drain your body if you are not that healthy. You try stand there and do it 45 minutes and you come out from it, you say, oh, shoot, I feel tired. But if you be able to match like this, is a 70% of the recovery, 30% of the circulation, 30%, that this is fitness circulations. Then you say, well, after you train, you say, oh, I feel comfortable. My body is warm. I don't feel tired. That's the durations. Okay? No joking, no bullshit, okay? It is your life. I go through all this thing. I've sorted out for you all. And now it's scientifically, you can measure it with the HRV, SpO2, all this thing. We want to make it safe. It's so that everybody be able, like driving a car, everybody can go to a highway. Nobody is left alone in cold. We mustn't do that. We're Wing Chun, isn't it? What is the point to screw other people? Okay. So we need to do this. Well, so many things that today in the Western sports science, it get better now. So this is all you see there is a map under Western sports science. At the time of Bruce Lee, it doesn't have this thing. Science is not developed this far yet. That's why you have a tragic of Bruce Lee. The Chinese know, but Chinese don't tell you. Most Chinese, unless you are the internal student, it won't tell you. And there are many teachers who sadly they don't know, so they cannot tell you. So today, I put this out here. Everybody know. It doesn't mean that I know more than everybody, or I put down those sifu who don't know. No. It is just that it is time that we need to start from a solid ground. So no more superiority complex. Everybody have the same basic educations. No more internal student, inner student, all those things. Everybody is the same because everybody matter. Okay? Now, there's qi and energy. Now, so if you want to understand qi energy, you better know all this. You better know how to handle all of this one by one. Otherwise, you just talk. Pizza, goat cheese, and bake the pizza. But how many degree? What is overcooked? We need to know all this. Now, so all the chi energy is just this, okay? Don't go more than this. If you don't know how to handle this, forget about all this big talk of Chinese, Dao, Yi Jing, and all this. Now, let's go to Fajin. A simple stuff. For past 100 years, it make it into like living in the Mars or Venus. It's no longer living in the Earth. So you have a Fajin, strength, and strike. We need to really carefully know what the heck is this. Everyone have its place, but it is not one is everything. Or it is again that pizza analogy. It is not just you learn the term. Pizza from Italy. Yeah, thick, the crush, or the thin, the crush. But there's only words where you have no idea what it is. So it's just very simple. Fudging, just a term on how to exert strength with the whole body. How to exert strength with the whole body. That's called fudging. And there are many types of fudging. I'm going to share with you one by one. Leg or lead means strength generated by local muscle. Okay, leg mean strength generated by local muscle, like I just generate with my shoulder, that's leg. Fudging is the entire body. I'm going to share with you an example. Leg also means strength for pushing or holding the whole body as one piece. Like when you make a structure to pushing or holding, you are just using leg. That's not jing because it doesn't flow. It doesn't play with the action-reaction force. It's just static. Jing is dynamic. The leg is static or very localized, dynamic. Okay. And then there's striking. Strike is striking with partial of your body or the entire body. So let's go inside to the Fajing. Now let's go for the leg. Leg. Strength. This is just show like why is the partial moving of your arm. There's no jing there. You just strength. Like
no, 190 is 200, 210.
This is also leg. This is the entire body make into one structure type of leg. This is still not Fajing. Okay? So this is leg. If you practice Xiu Lin Tao this way, You are just only doing leg. You look at the lower part of the body is holding there and then moving the shoulder and arms and so forth. This is holding the entire body as one piece.
200.
Okay? So that's leg. That's how it is. That's what it is. This is Fajin. Using the entire body to exert force. Using the entire body to exert strength. This is another type of Fajin. This is another type of Jing. For example, this type of Jing is different with this type of Jing. I told you there's different type of Jing. There are different type of many type of Fajin. This type of Fajin is leaning in the body using the dantian as the middle of handling and then using the leg to exert this strength or play with the action reaction force. So he's using this body, get close by and then using this leg to push it up to exert the strength. Look at this, okay? Look at it again. You see this? That is the entire body you exerting that strength. This is a different type. Okay. You look at his leg. Okay, so do it this way. You look at his body, okay? Body and then leg. Body move out and then leg. Okay, body move out. And then the leg going down. He's using his dantian area. This actually your core. Don't use the dantian. And then to exert that strength. Okay? This one is not. You look at it first. You see the body is not going out there. He's not using his dantian. He's using the leg as the center and one force going downward, the action force going downward and reaction force going back to the person. So his body is not leaning. Two different type of Jing. Okay. Now, of course, there's another type of Jing like this. Compress down and shoot out the entire thing. See, compress out and then going out. You look at how my pants and the body, the entire body, like you shock it out. Okay. So compress down, your momentum is activated there. It come out, it shoot out already, and then bounce. Okay, so you see that when I say bounce, it depends the entire body shake. You see that? You see how the body shake? shoot out. So all these different type of jing. Okay, so this is a Tai Chi. So this is called the yang type of jing, positive yang type of jing. This is called the yang and the yin together type of jing. Okay, yang type of jing is your body going out. Yin and yang type of jing is just using it can deliver even though the body is not going out, it's going down to the ground and it playing the action direction force. So yin and yang. So like see, this is bracing. This is leg. This is bracing. Yeah. This is twisting the body. Okay. And then, okay, now this is taking his strength in. Taking it in. Taking in and push it. So this type is similar to this type. Body lean out and go. See? Body going out. This type. And then this type. All right? So there are many types of jing. So sometimes when people told me, oh, you don't know about this Tai Chi, advanced, touch and fly. Seriously? Do you know what you're talking about? How many type of jing you can play with it? I'll share with you. I can analyze all of this. Why? Because I get all the teacher to teach me. And that's why I be able to know it. Oh, this is from the Wing Chun. This is Tai Chi, Tai Chi A, Tai Chi B, the yin and yang type. And then I be able to do it too. I show it to you in front of your face, your eyes. And what is that got to do with your chi? What is this got to do with your chi? What is this got to do with your chi here? Zero. Okay? The training, the body conditioning, the different type of training is different type of training. So stop the using that chi stuff and how are you going to fight here this one? How are you going to apply this? How are you going to apply this to something like that? How are you going to apply with this? How are you going to apply with that? Of course, every one of those have its place of what you are training. You're training leg or you're training Fajin, this type, that type. Right? You're training this type, that type. So how is you going to using for those? So you know, a lot of this Tai Chi stuff, they are just in this fitness stuff here, mostly. They don't train like exertions, like the sprinting in and the exertions, where you're going to use it in the fight. Okay? Why? You know, you train leg here, you are not going to be able to do it for this. Sorry. You train this, you are not going to be able to handle this. Okay? Look at all the angle change and different timing change. And suddenly it just coming with a turning kick, and you are not just going to be able to handle this. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. That's why we need to get into another thing called strike. Striking is striking with partial entire body. Okay? So for the long fist, strike is the entire momentum come in. This is a strike. This is for the short, close distance strike. All those elbow strike. Well, look at Xi Xiaodong, the Western boxing type of strike. This is all strikes. Okay? Look at this. These are all strikes. KO. All of those strike stuff, the real deal stuff, is at this level. At this level. Or in the Qi Ji Guang is in the momentum combination level. If you never train that way, forget about it. Okay? So long fist, they do it one way of handling momentum. Short strike, doing one way. The Western boxing way of strike, MMA way of strike, doing another way. The Kyokushin type of strike. The entire momentum go. So that is the for this training at this level. So what is your Fajin for? Fajin is good. 6 core element. Okay, your body, your mind, your breathing, your chi flow, your force, your Fajin, and then your momentum, striking. You need to be able to handle your body, so that if you be able to handle this exertion, under this condition, for example, there's an exertion there. You see this? You see that exertion? You need to have that exertion. Same thing. This is rotating exertion. Well, there's exertion. There's exertion with the kick. So you know, put everything in the proper perspective. Are you training leg or Fajin, or at the end the final product, the striking? Okay, don't always keeping this Fajin this and that, and keeping talking nonsense, and then keeping thinking, oh, I know how to Fajin. This is Fajin. You think you know how to do this, that means you are the top of the world. Sorry, even if you know how to do this, there are this way of Fajin, this way of Fajin, this way of Fajin. this way. What is it? It is not the everything. As what I say, I walk my talk, I can show you what it is in details. There's the reason why I say that it's like you're going up to the highway. You know exactly how to drive that car if you need when you need to do for the striking. Okay. So that's what it is. And it never is like this. For example, people like to see Wing Chun like that. This is problematic. Look at this. You know what happened with him, this guy? None of the real strike. After you strike, you're putting your hand like this. Okay. You see, after his action, he have a pose there. This is called idiotic. Anybody who do the real thing, like even like they look at the Xi Xiaodong, did he hold his pose? Did he hold his pose there, or he just go for another one? That's called momentum play. That's what exactly the teaching of Qi Ji Guang. You don't put your hand out there watching too much movie. So stop to follow all this nonsense. That guy couldn't even take anything for if you go, how many seconds do you think he can take Xi Xiaodong? Or in any real Kyokushin tournament or any MMA tournament. Another thing is always you hit somebody. Always you're active. He have no idea on in fighting there's a passive and active momentum play. Well, what is the passive and active momentum play? You see, he is playing passive. He's just waiting for him. Okay, you look at it. He's just waiting for him to attack. Okay, he attacked and then he come in. He attacked and he come in. So he playing passive. Okay, look again. Okay, he look at attack and then he go in. He, so he's active. He's active. Okay, just look at this again. So he's active. He's passive. He come in because he play passive. Same thing here. Active, playing passive. There's no such thing of you keeping punching like that. Your student, and then after punch you make a pose. Who are you gonna kidding? Who are you gonna kidding? Only people don't want to tell you. Sometimes people give face. Oh yeah, don't talk about this because especially those who train a lot, they spend their time on training, not on talking. Now today I share the entire thing for you. You know where you stand. I share this because everybody ought to be able to go to highway. It is really silly if everybody still call themselves grandmaster, this and that, but yet they have no idea what is going on, what they're dealing with, what they get into. they never train on it. They don't know what is the details of this. You want to talk Fajin? You want to talk about breathing, the oxygen, carbon dioxide balancing? You want to talk about momentum, passive, active strikes? If all of this is not even clear, are you going to go up to drive? City driving and the highway driving is different, right? Mudway driving is even worse. So this is what I like to share with you. Wing Chun need to start with this here on. Or else it's just making money for trashing Wing Chun. Okay? So the Tai Chi thing become like bewitched by Fajin. But how many type of Fajin do you know? Is that Fajin really got to do with your Qi? When you talk about this, you want to Fajin, so what type of training do you train? The fitness, the strengthening, the recovery, how you handle your breathing, all sort of stuff. You want to practice your 小念頭, what are you doing with your 小念頭尋橋標誌 sets? And you say, well, you know, we practice one way, we use the other way. Come on. All the proper martial arts, what they practice is what they use exactly. I just shared with you. 1850s Wing Chun like that. Even for the Tai Chi guy who really fight 100 years ago, they have all those. You read that, read the Chen Tai Chi's classic. Read that. Where they took 29 or 28 of the General Chi Chi Guang's 32 momentum combinations and use it in and create their Chen Tai Chi. Look at that. Look at that classic book. All the ancient know this. So what I share with you today is what is known in the ancient, and now today in America, we can explain it with science, and everybody need to be able to know what it is. But you don't have to train it. What do you mean? I'm 65 now. I'm no longer training in that strengthening training. I tell myself, my body cannot take it anymore. Until 62, I say, okay, stop it. That's it. I only do fitness and recovery. All this Fajin stuff, of course you know. All the detailed stuff. And if you go for those striking, those combination, the most extreme level of the fighting training or strengthening training, when you're 65, your body depend on people. My body couldn't take it more than 5 minutes. Why do I want to kill myself doing that? As well, I must go doing my fitness training, my recovery training, helping my health. Because this is human. This is nothing, it's no robots or no God. There's no grandmaster here. It's only educations. The bottom line is, so that everybody know what they are dealing with, you all can go to highway and you can choose, I'm not going to drive, or I'm not going to go to highway. You know what is exactly there. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Hope that this give you a roadmap of what is going on. So if you ask me about my 50 something years in Kung Fu, in all martial art training and practice and studying, what do I learn? I just share with you a snapshot on what is going on. There's no myth here. And so here, don't buy into those fudging stuff. That's what I just shared with you. You look at them, all this fudging stuff, do they even know what I'm sharing today? Not to mention when you get into the combination in the real tournament, in the real fight, okay? So that's all. There's no magic, there's no mysterious. Wing Chun is like that. Wing Chun is not like all this movie stuff, is what I say. Whenever people don't say anything, they say, oh, this is bong sao, this is punch, this is whatever. Like the guy I just shared, analyzed to you that is idiotic to do those kind of stuff. And then you bum, 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 you know, like then you hold the posture like, are you making a movie or are you fighting? Okay. In fighting, you have to recycle your momentum. That for me, you just look at them. They don't know about recycling momentum. They don't know about the passive or active. They have no idea what it is. You just get it just you're willing to call yourself dare to call yourself grandmaster, making a few video out there and propagate and then propaganda and get a lot of students for you to beat up at. But what is there inside there? Nothing. Wake up. Wing Chun is a deep art. Whatever I share with you here is Wing Chun. I'm not the grandmaster. I just only share with you the educations. You can be a grandmaster using the sign, the system to build yourself up. Be the real grandmaster. What is the point to be that bullshit snake oil seller? And everybody be able to do it. I can do it. I can show you scientifically. I can explain to you what it is. For sure, you can do that too. It's only a matter of fact of your choice, whether you like it, to spend your times to do it, or you don't want to. Or you say, well, this is enough. I learned this is enough. I learned this is enough.